Hit that 10-minute mark. So what did you do when you were a kid, Pop?
Not too much.
Tell us about the store. Did you help in the store?
No, I was too small. I was only 10 when we was up in Forkston, when we had the store up there. I was only 10 when we moved down,
Yeah.
so I never did help in the store. But there was a lot of them that did. There was
Did you guys play baseball?
Dinah and Alice, and they were all there. They were all older.
What'd you guys do with the neighborhood kids? Did you play with the neighborhood kids?
Oh yeah. School was right up on the hill above us, and had a 2-story building.
You had a good friend.
Yeah. You always have friends no matter where you go.
Mm-hmm. And you were never bored?
No way. No way.
Oh.
What did you do? Play games or?
Yeah, we fished. We had a creek right in front of us. And we'd go fishing, all kind of things.
Did you take care of the farm animals?
No, we didn't have no farm animals up there. Down here we did. When we first got married, we thought we had to be farmers, so we bought pigs and we bought chickens and we bought a cow, and then we thought we had to be farmers, but we outgrew that pretty soon. And
Lots of rabbits.
Remember that little cow who used to be out here in the yard?
yeah, yeah, we had a small one, and
He was a wild little bugger.
but after a while you outgrow that. You don't need all that, and we don't
No.
even have a dog or a cat, or we're not able to take care of them.
Well, you had Snowflake for a while, the cat.
Yeah. And Boo.
Who was Snowflake?
Wasn't that the cat? The white cat on the porch?
I don't know. Was it Snowflake?
White anyway. I
He
don't
was
remember
white.
what they.
I called it Snowflake. I don't know what it was. It came. It's become when you called it that. Probably heard enough names. So what was it like when you were in the Army? Pop.
When I went in the Army, I went down to Camp Pickett, Virginia, and I trained there for like 8 weeks. And we were getting ready to go overseas. It was during the Korean War, but I was in the 43rd Division, and they decided to take the 43rd over to Germany, the whole division. So I went over with them, and I was amazed. Before we shipped out for overseas, we had a parade up at the airport at Virginia there, and there was 20,000 of us in the parade.
Wow.
It was amazing to see that many men together, you know. And I was glad to get back home, though. I spent a long time in the Army, and I was just glad to get back.
What did you do while he was gone, Mom?
I worked in the silk mill first, and then I went to the shirt factory and made collars day after day.
Now, were you drafted into the Army, Pop, or did you?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
was drafted. I had 2 years.
Because I know the Korean War would have been right after you guys got married.
When we got married.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We
Literally,
didn't know
right?
at that time where we was going. We didn't know for sure whether I was going to Korea or whether I was going over there, but then we went back and they told us that we was all going to Germany, and
Thankfully, you went to Germany.
I was thankful. They
I-
said the ones that trained ahead of us went to Korea from Camp Pickett. 90% of them was killed,
Oh my God.
they said. 50,000 died in Korea. I was so glad that I went to Germany.
I bet you were happy too, Mom.
Yes, I'd say so.
You'd be worried every day of the week.
Right.
And you guys kept in touch, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Letters
He
back and
wrote
forth.
every day, and I
When-
wrote every day.
When I first started on the sawmill, they were sawing with a steam engine. And the first year I sawed with a steam engine. And then Oh, after a while, it was so slow, it just wasn't fast enough, so we got an electric. That didn't slow down at all, it's kept the speed all the time. So I saw it on electric for 4 or 5 years, and then we got a chance to buy a automatic. A guy bought one for $250,000, and he died. And so Miles bought it from his wife for $25,000. We went up there, took it all apart, brought it down to Benton and put it together. And from then on, I didn't have to roll any logs. I just sat in a booth, like a telephone booth, and pushed and pulled levers and did all the work.
Hmm.
And it was so much easier
Yeah.
than when we started out. And then they built a new big sawmill. They were going to make millions. Well, they found after 3 years they made one big foolish mistake. We were making a lot of money on the little sawmill, but the big one was not producing any more, and we had like 20 guys hired. So they were going behind. Finally they went under and they went bankrupt.
That was the end of them.
Bigger is not better a lot
Mm-mm.
of times, you know.
And now when Pop came back from the war, Graham, you kept working at the silk mill, or did you just went home?
Just a few months.
Well, she got pregnant pretty fast.
Celebrating getting back from the war.
Yeah,
That was the end of that.
yeah, that was the end of that.
We got about 3 more minutes to get in.
No, I had to sew the collars, and then someone else put them on the shirts in the shirt factory.
It don't sound like fun.
Well, you do one collar right after the other and just keep zipping them through.
Now, what did your
The more you got, the more money you got.
no? What did your mother like? What did your parents do for a living? Like I know, Pop, you were saying that you ran the store.
Dad worked in the woods most of the time.
And Grandma, your mom,
Cut logs.
and Dad.
Her
My
dad worked in the woods
in
too.
the woods, and Mom worked in the
I
silk
worked
mill.
with him for a few years up in the woods and cutting logs.
She worked in the silk mill in Berwick for a while, and they had a bus that went through there that she would get on in the morning and before she went to work.
They never had a car, so they didn't go very much.
And I do remember you mentioning that your mom had a teaching degree from Carnegie Mellon. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why she never used her teaching degree.
She never could find a school that she could get in. They,
It was just like it is
Just like
today.
now.
yeah, you had to know somebody to get in to teach. And she just never got one that was close enough that she could go.
When I was working in the woods, we had a crane, a Bantam crane mounted on an army truck, and I ran that along with running power saw. But one day we got a call over Canberra that a big oak tree had fell on a house. So they sent me over with the crane. The thing was like 5 feet across, and a limb bigger than your body came right down through the roof. So I had to go up on top there and cut that up so we could pull it out. And then I had to cut into the sides because I didn't have a power saw 5 feet. So I had to cut in the sides and cut chunks out. And when we got it cut off, we got it ready to load on the truck. The owner of the outfit says, "I'll run it." So he got on, and they dropped a big pair of tongs down on that, and he pulled onto it. The tongs came out, came back and hit the Bantam loader right by his head.
Oh my God.
Tell them about when
He
the
was
tree-
so scared,
tree
he
came-
stepped out of it and he says, "Floyd, you load that." You know,